Oh my God. Good morning, Facebook family. So today I got up and I made a decision to put my little helmet on. So I want to talk about something that has been, so obvious. And then I'm going to broaden the context. And then I'm going to double back and I'm going to incorporate stuff about me because it's all about my healing. When they see me, is the topic that I chose. Well, it chose me. I was teetering between another topic in this one, but I'm gonna hold fast to this one in light of everything that's going on with the recent life force that was lost in our brethren George Floyd. I want to talk about this. Such a sad day and string of days that has once again come upon us. And I'm a Newark native, and for those who know the story, Newark can prove itself to be an epicenter for rioting and negative energy and harmful stuff that implodes within a community. And I'm going to sit here and say this top of the feed that I am so proud to be a Newark native, because not only have we experienced a shift in our community, but we have become a shining example. To me, we have become a shining example of what it is to change, to make a conscious decision as a unit, as a body, as a city, to just do something different. And so I pride that to be up under, it could be a number of variables, but one of the things that I want to point out for the interest of time is leadership. Leadership. I look at, whatever you say about our city's mayor, I look at that. I look at the community leaders like Mr. Ham and the other leaders who are, bringing things together and who are letting those know who are with negative energy that please don't, if you're here for anything other than, being an asset, stay over there with that, and being firm in their resolve with that. So I've never been more prouder than being a Newark native than I am today. And I want to talk about, like some of the stuff that happens, just because of skin color, just because of what we see, just because of what you feel or think about me because of what you see of my casing. Does that make sense? And so I'm sitting here and I said I wanted to talk about this a bit because, it really needs to be talked about. My experience hasn't been a great one. It hasn't been a Halloween one either, a horror story either, depending on how I perceive it. Because, when we talk about when they see me, it's all about perception. And a lot of time perception just drives the vehicle of any interactions that occur, because what you see is what you're going to go off of, and so such is the case time and time again with what has happened with the senseless lives being lost or discarded. Let's say that, because a lot of times it's not lost, it's discarded. A lot of times people are real just callous in their disregard for human life because of the casings that we're in. And, like, I don't want to get into race relations, but it just so happens that race happens to be at the top of the food chain in this discussion. So when they see me, when they see us, and a movie was made about the Central Park 5 a couple of years ago, or last year, it might even be last year, excuse my, because I get so jaded up in time. When they see me, when they see us, powerful movie about what happened, those events that transpired. Not too much has changed. And so I want to lock into relationships, right? I want to lock into relationships. I want to, because I use a broader context, and I want to narrow it down because it really is about me, and how I'm interacting and how I'm receiving information. And it matters to me. The people that I'm in a relationship with, it matters to me how they perceive me. So that's what brought this text up. That's what brought this vlog up today. And so I'm sitting here and, a couple of things have happened, and, I'm learning how to be transparent in my interactions with the people that I say I care about. Like if you bring me to the mat and you ask me to be vocal, I'm going to tell you who I am based on my truth, what I'm living in at that moment. And what happens a lot of times, that could prove itself to be a double-edged sword. Especially when I'm in relationships that I'm emotionally vested in and with people whom I feel comfortable with being vulnerable with, and a lot of times people, when I'm working within the confines of my relationships, the more vulnerable I am, the more transparent I am. A lot of times what you see when I unclothe or disrobe myself emotionally or mentally, what my close vested partners, right? What they see a lot of times scares them. I'm saying it. Yes, I am saying it. What my people see. Good morning. Good morning. What a lot of time, talk about them relationships this morning when they see me. A lot of times the people in my relationships, Jamila, when they see me, they are scared. Like I've been in relationships with people for 20, 30 years. I ain't going to tell my age. Because thank God I don't look like what I've been through. So today is one of those V days, vanity days. So, and when they see me, they see a strong, because I talked with somebody. I talk with people. I chop it up every morning, 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. I be getting juiced early in the morning. And so the person told me what they saw, and it was some really positive, affirming things. But when you see me, what you see on the outside is not necessarily. Sometimes on some days, if you turn my insides out, you would cover your eyes or you would wince, depending on the level of trauma you've been exposed to in your life. But I say all that to say that a lot of the people that I'm in relationships with, now that I'm at this place of evolving where I'm starting to become more transparent in my interactions, because I want you to know me, right? I want you to feel me. It's important that the people that I'm in relationships with, it's important that they understand the fullness of who I am. That's important to me. So what's been happening the past few months is that I've been slowly but surely, I felt slowly, taking off the layers of Tisha so that the people, not everybody, but the people that's close to me could get to know me. We're in some strange days. I don't know if you know it or not, but we're in some strange days. And I said it in a feed, I think a couple of weeks ago, we're on the clock. Once you get past a certain age, I got more days behind me, right, than I do ahead of me. And what's happening? Oh, I'm sweating. And what's happening is that I'm starting to become acutely aware of my time here. And what I want to do is based on how I see it. That's why I've titled this feed When They See Me, because this is like a diamond with a whole bunch of different facets. It's not just when they see me, it's how I see me and how I see my time here and how I see my truth and how I live my truth. It's important that I make a good run at the rest of the time that I have here, that I make good use of my time. Does that make sense? And so when I'm starting to disrobe in front of the people that I love, that I'm emotionally invested in, that I'm in the trenches with here, that I've been in relationships for 20 and 30 years, that they really don't know me. You really, really, really don't know me because I've been giving you what you've been seeing. I've been giving you and that's no fault of yours and it's no fault of mine. It's just where I was. That's just where I am in my life, where I was. Part of me was afraid. That's one part. The other part was that there really was no time. The other part was that I didn't even have the emotional wherewithal that I have right now at this moment to be able to disrobe the way that I am currently. So something happened yesterday. And what happens is a lot of times when I disrobe for my people, when I let you into that place and you know what that place is, you don't know how to, people are afraid. right? See, I've been in places emotionally with people, and I know how to get waist deep. When you say, I feel effed up, or, I like to deal with the content of the feelings, because what happens with feelings is that emotions without intellect. I remember this phrase, emotions without the benefit of intellect, a lot of times could crash the vehicle of your life. Ask me how I know and how I can say that with such veracity and such passion, because on so many occasions, my emotions, because of my fears, because of my doubts, because of my concerns, because of my worries, because of my despair, the feelings that derive themselves of despair, because of those, I have ended up in crash and burn stress situations time and time again. So now I'm learning how to show up whole in my relationships. And I'm talking about my emotions, because they're not without warrant. I'm not talking about my intellect. I'm talking about my emotional state, my spiritual state, my casing. All of the whole of me is important. The 100% of me is important to be in these relationships. And so the relationships that I've been in for 20, 30, 40 years, they don't know, will a real Tisha please stand up? Make sense? And so now I'm happy. I'm learning to be happy with the person that I made a decision to allow to show up in my relationships. And some people are not. And it's not that they're hating on me. I'm not even going to go there. It's not that they're jealous of me or envious of me. I'm not even going to go there. They're afraid. Because the Tisha that's showing up is the Tisha that has been dead on arrival on so many occasions, and I'm tired of dying. Although I have not lost my physical life, I'm talking about the other parts of me that I allowed to be deadened, how I allowed my light to dim so that yours could shine. No more. And in that relationship, what happens is we get an opportunity to reevaluate where we are. Take off the mask and say, are you comfortable with the Tisha that you're meeting now? Because I've evolved over the years. And I want to thank you, Missy K, because you said it so eloquently. You said it so eloquently when we were talking. I shouldn't have shouted you out. I don't know if you wanted to be shouted out. I'm sorry. You said it, the Tisha now. I'm learning to love each person each Tisha, each version of me. I'm learning to love that person. If you're going to be here, you need to do that too. If you're not, then you have to go. Because so many years I've spent self-defecating, self-loathing. I have an umbrella of self-compassion that's so wide that any storm that comes through, I'm protected. And I'm going to keep expounding on that umbrella. I'm going to keep improvising and making little gadgets that will protect me from the other life storms that are to come. Self-compassion, self-love, self-acceptance. Where are you today, Facebook family? When they see you, when you see me, when I see you, what am I looking at? See, and because I've gone deeper, I'm able to see deeper. When I go deep on me, I'm able to see past everything with you. And I've done it time and time again. I see people and it's not because I'm going to school for that over there. That may have a part in it. I'm not negating that. It has shifted my brain to be able to look at things clinically, or look at things socially, or look at things emotionally, or look at things from a mental. That may have something to do with it. But I have no doubt that my life experience has a major bulk of the brevity in this situation. So when you see me, what do you see? When I see you, let's chop it up. If you're one of those people that's interested and we're vested, when I see you, ask me the hard question. Tisha, when you see me, what do you see? Because just like you're able to tell me the truth, if you're not ready for the answer, don't ask the question. And in some instances, when you ask the question, you already know the answer. So I just wanted to talk about that today in light of everything that's going on. You know, perception is everything sometimes in situations. People look at me and they see one thing, but let me tell you, sit down and talk with me. It's a whole nother world here. Whole nother world. So I hope I did that some justice today, because that's what dropped in my spirit when I was hygiening myself this morning. I said, when they see us. I thought about Ava DuVernay, and then I said, well, what do people think about when they see me? I'm interested to know. Drop it in the comments. I'm open. You may see a loudmouth wench, or you may see a gentle flower. But whatever it is, it's an opportunity at getting better. And if it's already better, it's an opportunity at greatness. When you look at yourself, what do you see? You guys have a good day. You deserve it, and you definitely deserve it if you are pursuing it. Bye. I'll see you in a few, Missy.